Flat Earth Man is his Flat Earth name. Alex Michael is his name. He is Conspiracy Music Guru on YouTube. So we're going to be connecting with him now. It's catchy. Are we going to see his face? Oh, there he is.
What's going on? How's it going?
It's great. Thank you for being with us today. So you're Alex Michael. Flat Earth.
Yeah, I am Alex Michael, yeah. Some people know me as the Flat Earth Man. When I put this hat on, I become the Flat Earth Man and I become a completely different person, man.
Oh, yes, you do. In fact, I should have thought about this. Sorry?
There we go.
Oh, turning the camera upside down because we're in New Zealand. That's right. Yes.
Oh no, that's too confusing. Tell him back.
So basically today I'm asking the Skypers, like, what happened to your mind when you found out about Flat Earth? What drove you into doing your project now, because you were always a musician? And also, what do you think about the future of Flat Earth? And maybe some strategies and advice because of censorship and things like that. Talk to us about how you stumbled across Flat Earth and how you felt about it.
Okay, well my journey into Flat Earth was about 2016, May 2016, with those damn clues of Mark Sargent's, man. And I was just, on YouTube, as I have a lot of spare time. I was on YouTube researching conspiracies, which I love, and this thing called Flat Earth kept popping up, and there was no way I would address that because that's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Who believes that nonsense? And I remember it coming up in my feed, and I remember ignoring it. But then a video caught my attention, and it was called "They Are Hiding God with the Biggest Secret Ever." And somebody had uploaded Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Clues and retitled it. So it didn't have Flat Earth in the title at all. So I clicked on it, and I remember being, I don't know how many minutes in, but I remember when Mark was talking about the fourth wall. They never show you the fourth wall, and something clicked in me at that point, and I thought, there's something to this. And by the end of the clues, I wasn't laughing anymore. I just kept researching, and it's changed my life. I mean, it has utterly changed my paradigm. It's given me a hell of a creative burst. For those of you that have seen my music videos and heard my music, the creativity was just pouring out of me. And my whole album is really about my awakening to Flat Earth and understanding that gravity is not exactly what we're being told. Satellites are not exactly what we're being told. The International Space Station, the moon landings, and my entire album is about all of these different subjects. So you can really see my awakening. If you just look at the track listing alone of my album, you can see what I was going through and my understanding, and it just poured out of me. So not only a paradigm shift, a creative spurt, it's completely changed me. I went from atheist to creationist, and and here I am now, 3 or so years into Flat Earth, and I've made an album, and I never set out to make an album. It's just, it completely changed me, utterly.
Right, so you see it as a type of ministry now, and you've been using your musical ability to educate, because your videos are very educational as well. They're not just catchy and funny.
Yeah.
They're just a whole load of everything. It's very, very educational. We were playing your album last night at the dinner. Now you've got a guitar behind you.
I have several guitars.
Somebody made you a Flat Earth guitar.
Yeah, now as far as I'm aware, this is the first one in the world. I mean, people have guitars which they then sort of deface or whatever you want to call it, and they put Flat Earth and they turn it into a Flat Earth guitar. But as far as I'm aware, this is the first guitar ever built with Flat Earth in mind from the design point, right from the start. And if you can see, it's got the azimuthal equidistant map inlaid
This is the new
right.
Flat Earth map now. It's the Earth is a guitar.
Yeah, and also in the frets, I don't know if you can see, but they've actually inlaid Flat Earth into the frets.
Wow, that is amazing.
Oh, nice.
We have the yin and yang symbol up there. It's just an absolute beauty. I mean, a guy emailed me out of the blue. He was a big fan and said, "I want to make you a guitar, a Flat Earth guitar, for free." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So we went back and forth and we designed it together. and this arrived a couple of weeks ago, and it is an absolute beauty and a real honour that someone would do that for me, and the craftsmanship in this is incredible. So as far as I'm aware, it's a world first, so you saw it here first, people.
Yes, that's right, and that's amazing, and so well deserved too, Alex, so well deserved. Such great work, brilliant work you've done. I mean, just looking at the comments on your YouTube vids, and they just go, I mean, you could spend a whole hour going down the comments and they just keep going of how amazing it is and how you've affected people. It's wonderful. And
well, that's you asked the question. I mean, I see it as a ministry. You know, I mean, for me, the only option, I had watched so many videos, and I got to the point where I thought, well, how can I contribute? How can I help? And as a musician, the only thing I could do was to put everything I'd learned into music and try and make it catchy and informative. And I think I've achieved that with the music. So yeah, it's like a release. It's my contribution to this wonderful movement.
Yeah, and it's a great contribution. We all love you, Alex, so much.
Thank you so much.
Your current project now, you've got an album. Are you continuing to write songs?
Yes, I am continuing. I mean, I've just remodeled my entire studio, so I've been a bit quiet for a few months. I needed to refresh in here. I've got a new guitar, I've got a new studio. There will be more music from me. As to when it's going to be and what it's going to be, I mean, I'm in the writing stage at the moment. I don't know whether to continue with the Flat Earth Man character or to change character and do something else, but everybody loves the Flat Earth Man character, so I don't know whether to, you know, keep the character but change his music style. I'm thinking of a blues album maybe, but I'm the type of person that can't do nothing. I've always got itchy fingers. I need to be doing something, and music is my game. So undoubtedly there'll be more music from me. I just can't say when yet.
Yes, I love your song that Don't Let Them Take Your Mind, very sort of jazzy and ballady, but a little bit of the Flat Earth Man character in there too. And of course you do other songs and music that is not part of that character, ballad songs, quite a different style of singing, so you're a multi-instrumentalist and you've got a very wide range in your voice and you know the genres that you can sing. So that's really fantastic. We're looking forward to more music.
Thank you very much.
And the educational side of it is so fantastic. And I heard that you pretty much put this together just by yourself, mainly? Is that right?
Yeah, the whole thing,
and
yeah.
how you do your, you know, superimposing yourself onto, you do, so that seems to look like a very technical thing to do, but I'm thinking if it's that easy, I might do something myself.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's that easy. I mean, the music, you'd have to be able to play a bunch of instruments to get the sound initially. So the music is what I do first. You know, I write the song on an acoustic guitar, and then I put some piano and add some drums to it, and then I put a bass in, then I put a vocal in, then to do some harmonies, then I have to mix and master, you know, so there's a lot of technical work that goes in from the musical aspects. And once I've got a song, which could take me anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months, then I work on a video, and I just pull the green screen down behind me, and then I start getting creative, and that's when I have sleepless nights, because I just have to envisage where I'm going to put myself. And I literally bend myself over backwards on a green box to make it appear like I'm upside down.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Oh, and it's come out so well though. Okay, so how many minutes have we got left, Mark?
You can go about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, is there anything specific you want to tell us?
No, but don't judge me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here, so don't judge me.
And you're in Spain?
Exactly.
Yes, I'm in Spain, yeah, beautiful sunny Spain. But as for any sort of closing thoughts, no, I would just love to see people get more creative with this stuff. You know, you don't have to be putting yourself out there. You can hide behind the screen if you want. You can hide behind a character. That's what I did. Or if you're not musically inclined, do something else creative. If you're a florist, how about making a flat earth map out of flowers, or make a garden, make the azimuthal equidistant? You know, try and get creative just to get the message out there so people can say, wow, that's amazing, what is that? Then you've got a talking point, you know, a seed sower. Anything creative is wonderful, because being creative and putting stuff out there can touch people like a 2-hour doc, you know, musically or whatever. So I would love to see more creative people in this music, no matter what your talent, skill level are. What you need to do, you need to get everybody drunk first, and then they'll agree to do it.
Visit you in Spain, get drunk, do it over there for you. Spain, what do you reckon? We've got some problems with Flat Earth being censorship and like it is we are a threat, not to people, but we are a threat to the higher powers, I think, where they've got this vested interest in the globe, trillions
You're
of dollars
breaking
worth,
up.
and they don't want to let it go. So do you have any sort of advice and strategies of how we could move forward from here? What about if I said to you, if you had the whole world in front of you right now, and you wanted to make a bold statement to them about the fact that the earth is not a globe and it's flat, or that we need to question things. If you had the whole world in front of you, can you think of something that you would want to say to them? So do you have like a particular message to people in general? How they should...
I just want people to get active. I just want people to be active and, don't just sit on this, on this knowledge. It's essential knowledge. Don't just sit on it, do something about it. And I know people are a little bit hesitant to do that because of, families and friends are being ostracised and whatever, and I understand that. But there are other ways that you can be active. There are anonymous ways you can be active. We need to spread the message, and doing these conferences like you're doing is certainly a great way to do that. But individually, people can just, as long as they're active, and, this thing is growing for a reason because of this kind of activity. And it's not going away, so I would just encourage more events like this, more creativity and more activity just to get the word out. That's all I can say.
Okay, and do you agree that everybody, even if they're not flat earthers, that they should really question what they're talking about?
You should question everything, absolutely, yeah.
And from the government pulpits and things like that, and not always accurate. No. And we need to
Nothing, who was it that it was, the whole world's a stage. It was at Shakespeare, and I didn't really understand what that meant. I understand what it means that everything is a lie as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we are watching a literal puppet show when we're watching the ISS. You should question absolutely everything. It's incredibly important not to just, to just go along with the mainstream narrative. I mean, all you've got to do is just look into start at 9/11. And see the lies in that particular event. That's how so many people got it. Eventually, you'll get to a place called Flat Earth. And I know it sounds ridiculous at first, but it's so important to question everything. It really is. I mean, that's what I've done. My life is better for it. I've had a paradigm shift. I'm now a creationist from atheist, just by questioning what I've been told. So yeah, it's absolutely essential.
That's great. So, because a lot of people's responses initially are just like mockery and laughing, and they're not even interested in taking on any fresh knowledge or anything new, which flat Earth isn't new. It isn't new. It's the globe that's new. So, it's been fantastic speaking to you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Good luck.
On behalf of everybody, we really love you all. We're looking forward to more songs. And more creative juices, and we're going to encourage people to get creative as well. I might get a drama group together or something like that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thanks so much for having me, and have a wonderful time. And God bless you all. See you next time.
God bless you too. Okay. Yeah.